Finished the tournament on an odd step on that podium. I'm pretty happy with the way they closed that out.
I think we wrestled really tough, tough especially. Good, but tougher than gooder probably. I don't think gooder's a word, but I think we were really tough Friday and Saturday, and to be really tough Friday and Saturday at the NCAA tournament says a lot about our team. We didn't get what we wanted. We came here this year kind of goals to get in the top 10, and that didn't happen. But there's a heck of a lot to build off of here. Sometimes just the results of the weekend don't show the whole body of work. What these guys were able to do as a team in dual meets this year was pretty phenomenal on the road. And to finish on Friday and Saturday like they did was really, it shows a lot of character about this team. And, those guys are all back next year. So that's pretty exciting.
Coach, you weren't very happy early in the tournament. After that session, what were some things that you talked to the guys, or you said you weren't going to really get into the deep woods with it until after the tournament?
Well, there's things that we can do, technically that we didn't do very well. We just didn't wrestle well on Thursday. I don't think we were very tough in a couple of situations. In one way, I think we were scared, and we got to get over all of that. We got to get all that taken care of, and those wrinkles ironed out before we get here. So, but I challenged them, and when we train, I say, you're going to have to perform in Detroit when things are hard. And so we got to put you in as many hard situations as we can. So I think our training kind of took over on Friday and Saturday, and obviously we had, 3 or 4 guys that really stepped up and when it got hard.
What can David learn from that match Thursday night?
Well, let me tell you one thing about David Carr. I think everybody standing here knows that that's one talented dude, but I think a lot of people in this building saw that not only is he talented, but he's tough as nails. For a defending NCAA champ to get beat on Thursday night and come back and win 6 matches at a weight that was pretty darn loaded and stacked. This is probably the most stacked year in NCAA history because of all the COVID logjam. So there was no gimmies all weekend, and we saw that, and that's why it was such a great tournament. But David Carr is a tough dude, and he's just got to, he didn't get a lot of breaks in that match. We could bellyache and cry and bitch about the refereeing because it wasn't very good in that match, but you still got to figure out how to get your hand raised there, and we didn't. And he could have pouted about it, and he could have cried about it because we chased the guy all over the mat. It just didn't go our way. And he came back and showed his character.
What was the biggest thing Marcus had to do to take these steps to get to Saturday?
I saw Marcus last year on Friday morning or Friday afternoon, mid-afternoon when he was eliminated, and I saw him underneath the bleachers crying, and I like guys that cry. I think it shows how important it is to you, and he was miserable, and I said, you got to remember this feeling. And so it's funny, in about January I said, what's the difference between this year's Marcus Coleman and last year's? He said, I just got sick and tired of losing. But he trained really, really hard. He put a lot of time in the fall. He grew up in the room in terms of competing. Found, between wrestling David Carr and younger was really good for him because he had to step it up. He had to really step it up. David's not an easy out in practice either.
Strong finish at the end of the year. You can build on that for next season.
Strong Friday and Saturday, yeah. We got to put 3. I always say you got to put 3 in a row. You got to put 3 in a row at the end of the year. We put 2 in a row, so we got to get 1 more in there. It's just weird to do it in the last 2 instead of the first one. So we made it hard on ourselves, but I think we proved that to do what we did on Friday and Saturday. I think we were 11-2 today, and like 5-1. I don't even know what the hell the math is, or 4-1. That's a good run. Anybody in this tournament would take those kind of numbers on Friday and Saturday.
And that's a lot of matches to come back in place.
Yeah. I think we were 4-14 on Thursday, so we couldn't get much going right.
Coach, touch a little bit on the CRTC. What are you got some plans for the summer? Look at that, add more athletes, or?
Yeah, we'll move Ian Parker up into the CRTC. We'll look at that. Right now we're gonna have a lot of golf tournaments, so I got to warm up my short game because I always try to skin a lot of people on the par 3s. So I'm gonna start. I got to win some money out there.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff.